Live from Fairfield Ludlowe High School, it is the annual Thanksgiving Day rivalry game. Fairfield Ludlowe and Fairfield Warde set to battle this afternoon here at Taft, or this morning I should say, here at Taft Field. Good morning, everybody, with Raheel Jaswal, Eden Blank. We're so glad to have you with us in Raheel. We did tailgate this morning, and now we're ready for the real thing. It's win or go home for the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons.
At this time, we ask you to rise.
And we are ready for our national anthem. Paul Pioric getting us going on this Thanksgiving Day morning. We're so glad to have you with us for Friday Night Football on the Falcons Sports Network. We are ready for the national anthem. Let's tune in. With that, we are ready for Friday Night Football on a Thanksgiving Thursday. Raheel, we're so excited to bring it to you. Getting a little earlier start than usual. We'll find out if the Falcons are going to kick or receive. Good student sections on both sides. As we get ready on Thanksgiving morning, we're so glad we could be with you. We're so thankful we could be with you. We are just about ready. James Bork is going to receive. A quick note before we get ready, due to a violation of team policy, Carlos Moreno is not playing this morning, so the Falcons will be without their top receiver. We'll find out in just a bit how that impacts the game, but for now, it is Thanksgiving and we are ready for some football. Will Fairfield Ludlowe make it back-to-back 7-3 seasons, or will Fairfield Warde shock the town? We are ready to go. The Falcons are going to get the opening kick. And it falls off again, Raheel. That just tells you about the wind this morning.
Definitely. A lot of wind this morning. And you wonder if that's going to affect a lot of the decisions, whether to go for it on fourth down in the red zone, probably. Probably not many kicks today.
Kevin Matos kicks it. Dylan Fragomeni returns it. He's out to the 40, and Thanksgiving football is on the air. Dylan Fragomeni on the return, and we are underway on this Thanksgiving morning. Raheel, we're so grateful that you could be with us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
It will be a first down for Fairfield Ludlowe at the Falcon 41.
We apologize for any technical issues you may be experiencing. The recording of this game will be made available on YouTube. So you can always watch that. So the Falcon offense comes out against sans Carlos Moreno. Doesn't matter. First play. Big gain. First down. That's how you wanted it to start. Couldn't have drawn it up any better. Good pass. Better catch. And now a new set of downs. Good pickup near side. It was complete for James Bork. He'll play quarterback, wide receiver because of Moreno, and running back. So you'll see him as a triple threat this afternoon. Or this morning. I keep wanting to say this afternoon, but it really isn't. We'll get you updates on all the other Thanksgiving Day games across the state as we move along.
And it definitely feels like the afternoon for you. How long have you been here?
Oh, since about 7 this morning. Gets out of pressure. Nearly intercepted as Chris Idu got a hand on it and dove for it, but almost had it. He couldn't quite gobble it up. Thanksgiving Day reference.
Oh, there we go.
We'll have plenty of those as we move on. Game started a little earlier. We're just getting to 10:30 right now. Not sure many people would care, though. It is a beautiful day and certainly a lot warmer than it was last year. Here's Bork. Bork's going to run it. Whatever that was, it didn't turn out as it was intended, and Bork is run out for a loss.
And there is a flag.
There was a flag, though. It looked like Bork was getting ready to throw it, Raheel, and we've seen that before, where they've given him a little screen ball. He fakes like he's going to run it and then delivers a deep ball, but he just couldn't find an open man, and in return he gets, well, essentially sacked. Although that wouldn't be the term, he was tackled. So the Falcons will face fourth on the dial-a-down. However,
I think it was a late hit.
Yeah, it was a late hit. And I think that's kind of bound to happen in a game like this.
Yeah, energy is definitely running high for both teams.
In a rivalry battle like this, I think that's kind of bound to happen.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, you have to be able to keep your composure.
Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. Way to get into the game, did you?
At the 37.
Liam is somewhere. On 1st and 10, there's another flag. Ludlowe thinks Ward jumped, Ward thinks Ludlowe jumped, and it seems as though the Mustangs moved first.
And that moves the ball to the 42.
So that's going to give Fairfield Ludlowe, instead of a 1st and 10, a 4th down. The scoreboard is not representing downs correctly, so it is 4th. At about 6. On 4th and 6, he sets up with 3 receivers to the near side. Pavos is rolling. Pavos is throwing.
Ooh.
It's tipped, incomplete,
flag.
and a 3rd consecutive flag on the near side for Fairfield Warde. Oh, that's not the way you want to start it at all, Raheel.
No, definitely, but
3 straight hankies. You just can't have that.
I don't know if they're going to get, holding maybe?
We'll see whether
Pass
it's on Ward or
interference.
Ludlowe. It's going to be against Fairfield Warde, and it is pass interference.
And I didn't really see much there. I mean, there was contact, but
So we've talked about technical difficulties, Raheel. The computer, for whatever reason, is really warm today, and it's been overheating. Appreciate the greatest cousins on the planet for coming up and bringing me a fan to cool this thing down.
anything.
You know what? Anything to bring you the best possible picture at home. They are marching this thing up at least 10 yards. That is how you get it done. Fairfield Ludlowe is just absolutely getting all the breaks to begin this game, and you know what? You need those kind of breaks to win a game like this. So they get a new set of downs, and on 1st and 10, it's a run. This is Bork, and that's to the 20. He's not going to get a first. He'll be about 3 yards short, but that's a good way to start it.
There's another flag.
And you always want to have Bork running on that first play. Anytime you can get a big 7-8 yard gain on that first play, it just makes his life easier.
Holding on Ludlowe, I think.
The holding will go against Fairfield Ludlowe, so that's Fairfield Ludlowe's first penalty of the day.
How many flags is that, Aiden? 5?
Oh, at least. It's a yellow hanky fest. 10:29 left in the first quarter, and it's Fairfield Ludlowe with the ball on first, and they're going to be backed up 5. So 1st and 15. The ball is on the 34. And here is the give. It's going to James Fiametta. He's their running back. Gain of 4 brings up 2nd down and 13. Wow. So they get backed up on first. Now it's 2nd and 13. After Fiametta gets a pretty good gain. And it's a play fake. Thought it was Fiametta. It's ball. Lost the football, and Fairfield Warde's got it. Can they run it back? He's across midfield. He won't get caught, and Fairfield Warde opens up the scoring on this Thanksgiving Day.
Might be down at the 1, Aiden. I'm not going to mark him down at the 1. Is he in?
They will mark him down inside the 1.
And I don't know if he just ran into his own guy there and lost the football.
Really good play from Fairfield Ludlowe. That was really big.
I mean, great awareness to know to pick up the football and run it back. You know, a lot of times we see those where you can't. It's hard to scoop and score. So a great job by the defender there, because usually we see a lot of bobbles on those types of fumbles.
So with 9:32 to play in the first quarter, Fairfield Warde, who was getting penalties left and right, backs Ludlowe up on a 5-yard penalty and now puts the Ludlowe defense in their own end zone. Weird little start, but I think that's kind of how these games usually go. So they're going to set up with 9:32 to go in the first quarter on 1st and goal. They've got 4 tries to go just 1 yard. The Ludlowe defense with one of the biggest tasks they will face this afternoon. Again, this morning. We'll fix it, I promise. Still scoreless, although Warde is right on the doorstep of Ludlowe's end zone. I formation, under center, goes the Warde quarterback, Joey Golbin, and it is a touchdown. Fairfield Warde's first on this Thanksgiving Day morning brings it to 6-0 Mustangs.
And Aiden, that just completely deflated the crowd here. There's almost no noise anymore.
You know what? I think you're going to see that. It's going to happen, yes. Ludlowe's not going to score a touchdown on every play, and I think that's important to remember. Fairfield Warde is going to take the lead 6-0. Here is the PAT. A really great amount of kids to show up, and this kick is going nowhere close.
I mean, the wind has got to play a factor in that.
I don't think it was blocked, if that's what you're asking.
No, I don't think so. I think it might have been the winds, because we did mention that it's been a very windy day, so probably a lot of two-point attempts today.
I would agree, yes. And Fairfield Ludlowe goes for 2 almost every time. Yes, they have a kicker, Nolan Izzo, but Fairfield Ludlowe's going to go for 2 just about every time, regardless of the conditions.
And that's what you see a lot in high school football. You know, kicking games are questionable, so.
9:28 remain in the first. And Fairfield Ludlowe trailing 6-0 after they were inside Warde territory on their first possession. And Warde committed 5 penalties,
Four, I believe.
4 penalties in a row. Ludlowe committed the 5th. It set him back 5 yards, and then a fumble, which was returned to the 1, and then later put in the end zone. Real good crowd near a sellout, although I don't know if you're ever going to sell out Taft Field. You would have to have thousands and thousands of people, but a very average Thanksgiving Day crowd, which is more than average. This is a lot bigger than the prep crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Run to the far side. And they're out to about the 35.
Let's not even get
inside of that pile. They'll officially spot it in a minute.
Let's not get into the tailgate, Aiden.
We've had our issues, but we've worked through them.
On the return, change momentum.
9:21 to go in the first. Fairfield Warde 6, Fairfield Ludlowe nothing. Fairfield Warde looking to end Fairfield Ludlow's, I can't really say streak because one wouldn't be considered a streak. As Pavos is flushed out on 1st and 10, complete to the near side, a catch from Colin Fleming, and he'll get some good yardage too, about 4 or 5 on the play.
Brought down on defense by Fairfield Warde's number 8, Hunter Rasmussen.
Hunter Rasmussen on the tackle for Fairfield Warde.
Second down 5.
What's at stake today? Fairfield Ludlowe going for a 7-3 season. They had a chance to make the playoffs, but with the NFA win last night, they are eliminated. So now they're just playing for pride, a whole lot of it. Fairfield Warde, the same thing. They're at 4-5, a win, and they finished the season 500. Out of the gun on 2nd down and 5. A bullet pass. It was complete, but Drew Smith couldn't hang on. It was stripped free, so it will be 3rd and 5 coming up for the Falcons. It'll be the 2nd 3rd down they face all day. Again, Aiden Blake, we're here just Swall with you upstairs at Taft Fields. It's a weird little Thanksgiving day. Not as cold as we expected it to be.
Not.
Certainly not as cold as it was last year. Remember, this game was played on Thanksgiving Eve last year. Fairfield Ludlowe won the game 35-34, but the sun is kind of in and out. As you take a look, the clouds kind of poking in and out, some dark clouds, but the rain that was last night is not continuing today. Pitch to the outside, complete.
That's a nice open field tackle.
James Bork, and a good little tackle for Fairfield Warde. Fairfield Warde's defense is going to have a very specific approach to this game. Just get the receiver down. Fairfield Ludlowe has had very tough receivers to tackle, leading all the way back to last year with Brian Howell, who we had this morning on tailgate. Fairfield Ludlowe and Mitch Ross have done a very good job of stressing, don't go down immediately just because you get hit. Keep going and push through. You can see the wind is continuing to kick up. 4th down, 1st down, and more just past midfield. That was big. You thought it may have been a stop for Fairfield Warde, but the Mustangs can't catch up, and the Falcons are marching past the 50-yard line into Warde territory with a brand new set of downs, and that was big.
Definitely, and Aiden, we both know that the key for the Warde defense today is contain and try and stop this Ludlowe offense, because they clearly really have the advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Not just Falcon students, we've got Falcon parents, just Fairfield parents here. A little bit of movement, but not too much. As James Fiametta goes down the middle for a gain of a 4 or 5 as they officially spot it. Paul Purick, our resident statistician in the broadcast booth this afternoon, acts as our spotter all season long. And we appreciate his help. He does his own spotting, which in turn becomes spotting for me, so we always appreciate it.
Oh, he's gone!
And there is Fairfield Ludlowe's first touchdown. This game is tied. Dylan Fragamenti, 6'6". End of the first quarter up in Darien, and the Blue Wave, a shock to everybody in the state, getting blanked 14-0. Not what anybody would have thought, Raheel, as this kick is good, and Fairfield Ludlowe grabs the lead, 7-6. We're back in a little bit. We're back at Taft Field. Nolan Izzo getting ready to kick off. Happy Thanksgiving wherever you may be with Raheel Jaswal, Aiden Blank, and this has been a blast so far, Raheel. Fairfield Ludlowe had a little bit of an iffy start, but they come back with a huge offensive play that ends in a touchdown to give them the 7-6 advantage. Izzo gonna kick, and it looks like he's lining up for an onside kick. He will. It bounces.
That's a good bounce.
High in the air. He's hit. It goes out. Fairfield Ludlowe had a real good chance to get it, but it bounces out after hitting a Warde defender's hands. And the Mustangs will take over offensively. The Mustangs offense has been on the field for just one total play this morning, and it was a 1-yard run for a touchdown. And now we really get to see this Fairfield Ludlowe defense, who I feel like didn't get a real good chance to showcase their spirits, their talents on that first play, because it was really only one play, and their only goal was keep him out of the end zone. 6:52 to play, first quarter. The Falcons lead by a point after Warde scored a touchdown and missed the extra point.
Bit of a surprise they went for the extra point, because it looks like that side is kicking
it was
into the wind.
surprising, but I think Ross is going to kind of keep them on their toes. He's not going to go for an extra point every time. He's not going to go for two every time. I think he's kind of got to sort of survey the situation. And in that situation, you're kicking with the wind, keep in mind. He probably won't go for the field goal much in the second half. You'll likely see extra points in the first half, and then the going for two in the second half. Here's a run, big run. But they wrap him up after only 2 yards. He really looked like he could take off. Real good run from Fairfield Warde's Ryan Jans. He's a running back and linebacker, so he's big enough that he can play both positions and play them well, and he really has some speed. He looked like he could have taken off and gone the entire 50-yard run. A lot of Falcon alumni coming back. A lot of Falcon students coming back after the half day yesterday. They'll have tomorrow off and the weekend for Thanksgiving break.
Another flag.
A whistle and another flag. What is that, 7, 8 on the day?
Referees have been busy.
This one's going to go against Warde. Ludlow's only had one penalty brought against them. Warde has had every other one.
I think 6 or 7,
maybe?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And that's certainly something that Warde will try to fix, and Duncan Della Volpe will try and fix in the second half. 5:50 remaining in the first quarter, and Fairfield Warde trailing by a touchdown, just getting underway on this Thanksgiving morning. A hit in the backfield. That will be third and more than 10, probably 11 or 12. Good little stop from Travis Hayden, the junior. He's a big guy up on the line. He's one of their more physical players that's going to bully his opponent. .5:13 to play, first quarter. They're going to set up with Jans, the running back, in the backfields. Golbin's going to go from the gun. Takes the snap. It's a play fake. Long. Down the middle. It's caught. Breaks a couple of tackles. What a run for the junior Jack McKenna. He can do it all. He plays lacrosse. He plays basketball. And as we now know, he plays football. What a great catch over the shoulder for Jack McKenna, and Fairfield Warde brings some new life into their offense. They've had very similar offensive possessions they've had where it's really been one thing that's sparked. Golbin going to throw once more, and again, it's McKenna. This time for a short little gain. He'll be to about the 20-yard line. Second down as James Bork gets the tackle.
You think inside the 20, they're going to target him a lot. Pretty big frame, easy for him to go up for those jump balls.
You just saw, even with a long pass, you can kind of catch Ludlowe off guard. He's almost like a Brian Howell. It's so hard to get him down, and he's got speed. All he had to do was turn his shoulder. He caught the ball. Here's the run for Jans, and he will be close to a first down. We'll see if they mark him short. He is. So third and short, it is very important Ludlowe gets this stop because Warde would basically have to go for it on fourth down.
Especially
if I'm Duncan Della Volpe, I'm not really trusting my special teams to go out there after that PAT.
I mean,
an easy, basically, gimme on that first try, and they're kicking against the wind, and the wind said absolutely not. 3:35 to play, first quarter. 3rd and 1, down the middle. First down, Fairfield Warde. Joey Golbin trying to erase the memories of last year on Thanksgiving Eve. He played really well, I'll tell you that. He played really well last year on Thanksgiving Eve, but he just couldn't get the job done. James Bork catching the game-winning touchdown. Fairfield Ludlowe won 34-33, breaking a 4-year Fairfield Warde win streak. So it was big. It was a big energizer for both programs. First down and 10, and it's Golbin. It is 1st and 10. They got to get to the 4, and he was a lot short of that. Brought down by a junior Jack Morrison. Good stop from him. And the ball spotted at the 9, 2nd and 6. Again, we're glad to have you with us on Thanksgiving morning. The Battle for Black Rock featured on this morning's Friday Night Football on a Thursday.
Hey, and you finally got it.
There we go. Now we'll see how many more times I can get it. This is a big play, and it's Jans to the outside
tackle.
And hit from behind. They'll force 3rd down. Nicholas McCree on the stop for Fairfield Ludlowe. You see a lot of the younger names. We talked to Mitch Ross yesterday, and he said, hey, we got seniors. Yeah, we're very top. We have a lot of seniors. But we've also got a lot of up-and-comers. His big thing is he's gone into the youth programs, and he's started to recruit players and get them to come to Fairfield Ludlowe. That's half the battle, getting the players on the field, because he's got a battle with Fairfield Prep and Fairfield Warde and Notre Dame of Fairfield. Here's the give. This is a new guy. It's Chris. I do. To the outside. He is in, and it's Fairfield Warde's 2nd touchdown. That'll give him a 12-7 advantage. So clearly this is nothing like last year. Fairfield Ludlowe's not waltzing in here and pulling off, well, it would not be considered an upset this year, but they're not coming in and winning this game just because they came in. They are going to really need to play a real good game. And I think Mitch Ross knew that from the beginning. 1:40 left in this opening quarter. Fairfield Warde, the 5-point lead. They are going to go for 2 and try and make it a 7-point lead. Yeah, as expected, after they missed the extra point on their first attempt. 1:40 to go. Golbin from the gun. Couple of drops. Now he's going to throw, and it is intercepted. So Fairfield Ludlowe pulls off the defensive stop. Golbin's pass is picked off, and Fairfield Ludlowe gets the football back. We'll take a short break, and we're back in a little bit on Friday Night Football presented by Colony Grill. Tail end of the first quarter here on Friday Night Football as this ball bounces inside the 5. Fairfield Ludlowe's going to pick it up and run to the outside. James Fiametta past the 25, almost to the 30, and Fairfield Ludlowe gets a spark of offense.
I mean, that was a great chance for Warde to down him inside the 5 and, put him in tough field position.
First down, Ludlowe, Falcon 32. A minute 31 to play. And it's Bork in at quarterback, and a pass complete for Andrew Delangelo. First down to the 35.
At the 35. A gain of 8.
A gain of 8, second down and 2. Again, a win, and Fairfield Ludlowe finishes at 7-3 for the second consecutive season. For Fairfield Warde, looking to get back to 500. Both student sections on a rowdy.
More laundry.
And yeah, more flags.
Those false starts just are the penalties that give all coaches nightmares, Drive killers, you go from, maybe a 1st and 10 to a 1st and 15, and that's a huge difference.
And you think about it, look, Fairfield Ludlowe's not playing fantastic on offense other than that first possession. You're shooting yourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Fairfield Warde is winning this game by 5 with all these penalties. Unbelievable. Inside a minute to play. Snap. The pass is dropped. And Bork is brought down in the backfield by Chris Idu.
Hasn't been the cleanest game for both sides.
No, it hasn't. Everybody's had sloppiness. That could be the lack of turkey. But hey, everybody's seeming to work out the kinks.
And the ball will be moved back.
The ball's going to be moved back to the 18. Wow.
And you have to think here, field position throughout this game is going to be a huge, huge thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second down, 22.
Second down and 22.
At the 15.
On the 15-yard line. They set up with split receivers. No, check that. A receiver and a tight end near side. 3 receivers to the far side. Empty backfield. Bork is taking his turn at quarterback, and he's doing it well. Side steps up to about the 20. Not much of a gain there. 4 yards for James Bork. He's kind of the backbone of this Ludlowe team. If he succeeds, Ludlowe's going to succeed with him.
And the ball spotted.
Here comes the punt.
20. Fourth down, 17.
4th down and 17, and that will bring out number 17, Nolan Izzo. He is going to kick.
I don't know if he's kicking with the wind in this.
He should be. If
He
Ward
should
was
be. That-
kicking against the wind, he's kicking with it.
So that should be a help.
It certainly should. Remember, both these teams are going to switch field position. They're going to switch end zones as we see our first timeout. It's for Fairfield Warde. We are going to see our first timeout, but both these teams will switch the end zones that they are scoring on as we get to the end of the quarter. 12 seconds left. Fairfield Warde will be kicking with the wind in the 2nd and 4th quarters. Fairfield Ludlowe will be kicking against the wind in the 2nd and 4th quarters. Thanksgiving morning football, it's Warde 12 and Ludlowe 7. "12 seconds remain, so not really sure what the timeout was for. But here comes the kick, and it bounces to the 50.
That's gonna
inside the 45, almost to the 40. Really good kick from Nolan Izzo. But Warde gets pretty good field position regardless.
A 38-yard punt.
A 38-yard punt from Nolan Izzo.
And at the end of the first period,
At the end of a first quarter, it's Warde 12 and Ludlowe 7. So, Raheel, I think first impressions is it was a lot of sloppiness.
Yeah. But, you know, that's could be expected coming into a rivalry game, you know. Energy and adrenaline is high, and you kind of lose track of the basics of what you're supposed to do. And I think now is the main time where both teams are going to settle in. We're going to see a lot cleaner of a game.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So Ludlowe trailing. Warde trying to pull off the upset. Well on their way. It's 12-7. We'll take a break back in a little bit with Friday Night Football.
Back here for the second quarter. Warde leading Ludlowe 12-7 as they get the ball from about their own 40-yard line. First down, short pass for about 5 yards by number 7, RJ, excuse me,
Hempfeld.
Yeah.
Good little catch for RJ, and it was a much-needed gain on first down. For
Yeah,
Fairfield Warde.
I think that's what we're going to see a lot of. You know, with the wind, I think it'll be a lot tough to throw the deep ball today. So a lot of short passes, some dink and dunk action, relying on the linebackers to get some blocks for some big plays.
Good to see so much support from this town.
Definitely.
This is the game to watch.
2nd and 5 for Warde. Fake handoff. Rolling to his right, and he's got some daylight. He's going to run with it and spin away for the first down.
Wait a minute, there's a flag in the
another flag.
backfield.
Excuse me, I didn't see that.
And if it's in the backfield, it is on
holding.
Fairfield Warde.
Yep.
So that was big. Again, Warde with a good play, but they shoot themselves in the foot. They've done that a lot today, and it's really not helping them.
No.
It hasn't yet really haunted them, but
maybe
you can't expect to keep making those penalties and then
you know, Abe,
keep playing well.
Yeah, you said it, that Warde's going to have to come in here, and both teams are going to have to play a clean game of football if they want a good chance at winning. And right now, we're not seeing that from either of the teams so far.
2nd down and 17.
17 after the penalty?
Wow.
Eesh. Goldman takes the snap. Gonna fire deep, incomplete. Too far for his receiver.
Intended for number 6, Brett Louderback. Third down.
And it'll be third down coming for Warde.
Brett's really fast. I remember he played baseball for a Fairfield Warde team that did really well last spring, and he'll play this year too. He plays pretty well. He's really fast, and he really almost had it. Golban just overthrew it just a touch. If he underthrows that a little bit, he's got Lauer back for a first down and much more.
Maybe more. Maybe even, breaks a tackle.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a tough guy to bring down.
Yeah.
Third down coming now for Warde. I believe 3rd and 17 it is after the penalty. Golban, the shotgun formation, going to take another shot deep over the middle, and it's intercepted! He threw it up in a double coverage, and he pays the price, and Ludlowe will take over. What about that, Aiden?
That was huge. Ludlowe needed something like that all game long, and they finally have got it.
And I believe that was Colin Fleming on the interception.
Really good play, and he's not even a senior. He's a junior. Really good play from Fleming, and Fairfield Ludlowe hopefully can use that as a spark for their offense.
And you see that Golban kind of got a little desperate and threw it up into maybe double coverage there and paid the price.
You never know what a quarterback will do when they get a lot of pressure on them.
As now here's Borg on the keeper, and he'll get roughed up for maybe a loss of 1, maybe on the play. As you thought, that interception, like you said, was huge because Warde was, starting to move the football down again, had great field position to start the drive.
The best thing that Warde has done is defensively. It's not the 2 touchdowns. It's that they have stopped James Bork. Bork is going to win Ludlowe this game if he can get moving. But right now, Warde's defense has shut him down, and Ross has got to find a way to get to him in the second half.
And Bork fires incomplete. Good coverage there by Warde, and now another third down coming in after the interception, Aiden. You really don't want a quick 3 and out here. Try and get a couple short yards plays, build some momentum, and drive down the field. Oh,
absolutely. Warde really could really use a stop to get the momentum back on their side. The momentum was going with them at the start of the second quarter, but the interception gave Ludlowe a chance. Ludlowe has the opening. Now they need to take advantage.
Now Borg is set to take the snap. Going to be used as a triple option today, as he's going to fire over the middle. It's intercepted. How about that? Back-to-back turnovers. And they're bowling their way through. And he's going to get an escort all the way down to pass the 20-yard line. But there is a flag on the play after. I don't know if this could be a late hit maybe, because there was a scrum of people there after the interception. That was the linebacker Griffin Galanti on the interception.
You know what? It's odd. We thought the offenses were going to excel. It's the defenses that have come up huge on both sides of the ball today.
And we're waiting to see what the penalty is. There's a lot of people giving Galanti an escort to about the 10, maybe 15-yard line, but we're waiting on what the officials will say, and it's going to go against. Is that going to be? I don't know. I believe it's going against Warde. I believe another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, Aiden. So in the first drive we see a late hit, and then after an interception, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That's not going to fly with the coaches.
You know what? We've seen that, and we saw it with Fairfield Prep. We saw it, and we see it again with Fairfield Ludlowe. It just is unacceptable to have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And in this game, it's your last game for the seniors. It is their last game, their last chance for a win.
And
really just stupid stuff.
As now a handoff, and he's up the middle and going to be wrestled down at the 10-yard line. At the 11-yard line, excuse me. And Warde moves the change to the first down, and Aiden, after the turnover, set in good position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Conklin gonna hand off, and this time, nowhere to go. Swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
And the ball will be marked at the 10.
As Conklin waits for the play, and a 2nd and 9 coming for Fairfield Warde after the interception, looking to punch it in and give themselves a 2-score lead. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs. Set, he's gonna fake the handoff, throw on the run, caught for the touchdown!
Pass is going in the end zone by
Jack Wacara for Warde, and it's now 18-7. And here looks to be the kicking crew to try and make it a 12-point game here.
Unbelievable, this start. I don't think anybody could have expected it other than Fairfield Warde. You know this was the start they were dreaming of last night.
Definitely.
And Fairfield Ludlowe, I'll be honest, their defense is the only thing keeping it together. We thought their offense would be the only thing keeping it together.
And they're going to run it, and Warde will run it in for 2 with Chris Idehu, and it's now 20-7, an unbelievable, a dream start for Fairfield Warde.
Unbelievable. Fairfield Ludlowe's defense is the only reason it isn't 30-7, and that stinks. A Thanksgiving of horrors so far for Fairfield Ludlowe. They're going to look to turn it around as we take a break here on Friday Night Football.
We thank you for your generosity.
Oof. We're back here at Fairfield Ludlowe Thanksgiving Day football. No score at the end of the first quarter between West Hill and Stamford. It's an interesting battle there. You never know. West Hill's very unpredictable, especially this time of the year. They wanted this game badly. They wanted to win this game badly, and they got a chance.
And I believe, New Canaan's up 14-0 over Darien?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a shocker.
St. Joe's, no shocker, leads 21-0 against Trumbull.
As the kick will go out of bounds at around the 30-yard line, I believe, of Ludlow, excuse me. So Ludlow will get the ball from pretty good field position around their own 30-yard line, but as the officials trying to sort something out, I believe, was there a penalty for a kick out of bounds?
Yes.
Yes, there is, and how about...
If the kickoff goes out of bounds without being touched, yes, the ball's automatically spotted at the 40.
Yeah, or it looks like they're going to do they're going to re-kick it off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fairfield Warde will kick again.
What happened? But anyway, Warde back to kick again as someone is now holding the kickoff, so the ball does not fall again. Talk about the wind is blowing out early today, and squib kick picked up by Ludlow at their own 30-yard line, and about a 13-yard return to the 43. So in some more great field position for Ludlow, almost around midfield.
Yeah. Now they need to just take advantage of it, Rahil.
Yeah.
They need to put points on the board. Doesn't matter what kind of points that is. Yes, a touchdown would be great, but they need points now, and I think Coach Ross would know that.
And something to keep an eye on. Sure. They are kicking against the wind, so that could make kicking a field goal for 3 a little more complicated.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I wouldn't really, not that I wouldn't trust Nolan Izzo, but
but just the conditions are tough.
Yeah, after what happened with Warde, I think it kind of scared everybody off from kicking even with the wind. Wind is so unpredictable at this time, Raheel.
There's a short drop and just drop by Colin Fleming, and second down coming. Pavos gave him a decent pass, just maybe took his eye off the ball a little bit.
Yeah, you had to catch those. Those are the kind of passes that may not win you the game right away, but eventually are going to get you down the field faster.
Colin Fleming was the one that caught the interception, but Warde gave it right back.
You need to have the ball.
Excuse me, Ludlowe gave it right back.
You need to catch that ball.
Yeah. If it hits your hands, you should be able to catch it.
And I'm sure that's what Ross is telling him right now.
Pavos back to throw over the middle into tight coverage, but somehow caught in between two defenders. A dangerous throw, but Marino making a spectacular catch to give him a third and manageable now.
Yeah, really good catch from Dylan Fragamenti, and after Fleming's miscatch, I think you had to get that. It was dangerous, though, I'll tell you that.
Very dangerous.
It was really dangerous.
All right, 3rd and 3 now. The handoff to Borg. Borg, a nice little stop move to get the first down. How about that patience?
You can stop them. You can win the battle, but you can never win the war with James Bork.
As now,
you can stop him 5 times in a row. The 6th, he'll come back and give you an 80-yard run. That's the beautiful thing about him. He can move, and he doesn't get fazed by any of those stops. He's playing quarterback. He gets sacked. He doesn't care. He just keeps going out there. He plays consistently, and I think that's what Coach Ross loves about him.
And Borg is now in at quarterback. 7:30 to play in the first half. Warde up 20-7, 14 points. 2 touchdowns, 14 points off 2 turnovers. As Borg gonna keep it himself. Up the middle, he lost the football! It was stripped right out of his hands, and Warde says they have it. And they do. Unbelievable. Warde just came right up there and stripped it right out of his hands. And the 3rd turnover for Ludlowe in the first half. Aiden, I mean, it just looked like the ball got ripped straight out of his hands.
You know what, Raheel? Warde wants this game more than Ludlowe. Right now, they are playing like they want this game more than Ludlowe. Ludlowe comes in, and they're playing like they expect to win this game. And they are playing like they expect to just give it to Bork and he goes 80 yards down the field. You can't, and that's exactly what Coach Ross is going to tell him at halftime. Because Warde wants this game. Warde is playing more hungry. You can see it in every player.
And Golban, a high throw towards the sidelines, and it is caught. Wow, that was a nice catch. Going up at the high point to get that, and now, just like that, Warde is past midfield.
This is really bad, Raheel. I'm going to tell you right now. Ludlow's got to get something. Even a touchdown. Make it a 1-possession game. And give yourself some life going into the second half. Remember, Warde gets the ball first in the second half.
Well, I mean, now, if there's ever a time, Ludlow's defense now has to really stand up. As
their
Golban
defense
will take
is
the
keeping it together.
Will hand it off up the, to the right. Chris Adu, and he will, for about a gain of 10 yards, it'd be a first down. They're going to give him the first down. And Aiden, something always important just in any football is the run game. If you can run the football well effectively, that opens up everything in the pass game.
Yep. We've seen that with Ludlowe this season. They proved that all season.
First and 10 now for Warde. Golban's going to hand it off again for a gain of 4 or 5 yards, and consistent ground and pound so far for Fairfield Warde. Gain of 3 yards there. 2nd and 7 coming up with just under 6 minutes to play in the first half, with Warde a surprising 20-7 lead over Ludlowe. Golban in the shotgun formation. Gonna fake the handoff. Pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket, and he's gonna go down for the sack. Could not escape the pressure by Ludlowe, and that'll drop him back as third for it looks a loss of maybe a yard or so.
They needed that, I'll tell you.
So 3rd and 8 coming.
Ludlow's got to get a stop here because Warde's going to have to go for it on 4th because they're not kicking.
Oh, they're definitely not kicking from this distance.
Even with the win, they're not kicking. So you need to get a stop here and give yourself some more life. Everything about this game is momentum. Every year, you throw out the records, you throw out the ability, you get this game played solely on momentum. Last year, Ludlowe grabbed that momentum right back at the end. This year, Warde's got the momentum early. Ludlowe has to prove themselves, get some points here before the half is done. It is crucial.
3rd and 11. Good time. Throwing over the middle. He has him
time.
open. Right over the middle of the field and stiff-arming a man inside the 10. Just floated the ball beautifully over the defender's head right in the middle. Protection was great. Gave him enough time to release the football. And Goldman put it on a plate.
Way too much time. Somebody on Ludlow's defense blew their coverage because there was no way that Warde should have had it look that good. And now they are probably going to score.
I don't know if that was just a blown man coverage or they found the weak spot in the center of the zone defense. I mean, but Warde will take that any day. Now 4:42 in the first half, 20-7, and Warde is on the doorstep again, looking to punch it in again. And Aiden, a penalty on Fairfield Ludlowe. So Warde's going to get the ball around the 2-yard line.
Oh boy, right here.
Half the distance.
See, this is the exact opposite of what you needed today. Ludlowe needed to come out, have a strong showing, show the town they are still the dominant force. Everything about this game is saying otherwise.
Handoff right up the middle, and he is in. Just beautiful blocking there. Ryan Zhang with the touchdown and on a 2-yard rush, and that is the 3rd touchdown off of Ludlowe turnovers, and it is starting to get a little out of hand here. 26-7 is your score, but
so now what has to happen is they absolutely have to score before the end of the half. You can't let it get 3 possessions into half. You're not gonna. It happened once last year with Norwalk. And they came back from, I think it was 21 down.
The score
they cannot have this get any worse.
Handoff and
really good stop though.
Away, trying to spin away, but the 2-point conversion is no good. So the Ludlowe defense stands on the 2-pointer to keep it as it's now 26-7. We are back as Warde will get set to kick off after scoring once again. Another squib kick, fielded up through the legs, but Ludlow's able to get it as they're going to take it. And he's going to try and break a tackle, and he's going to be bounced down. I think forward progress
forward progress past
give him
the 30.
Past the 30. And
okay.
Aiden, it's been, I believe it's been, 19 or 20 points for Warde off Ludlowe turnovers?
In a situation like this, it's very important you stay positive. Ludlowe needs to get that energy back. They need something here, and they need to get energy at halftime, and they need to come ready in the second half because they can do it. They can win this game, but not if they sit there and play like they have in this first half, which is really poor.
Pavos, good time. 3-set drive, got to get rid of it, and he's going to go down after rushing. And did he lose the football?
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Well, they're saying down by contact as 3-yard line. As Ludlowe catches a break there. So second down coming.
I can tell you nobody feels worse about this than Quinn Pavos and James Bork. Two of the main seniors on this team that have just, it's not like they played poorly, they just have been stopped. Warde has played A++. Warde needed to come in and pull, if Warde wanted to come in and pull off the upset, they need to play A+ football. They're playing A++.
Second down, good protection, firing over the middle and dropped. Pass incomplete.
You have to make that catch.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Fleming catch.
Junior.
You have to you have to make that catch. He's putting it right there for you. You have to make that catch. And there's really nothing Ross can do to change that.
And as the crowd are very shocked here, quiet. As now 3:33 to play in the first half on Thanksgiving morning.
You know what, Raheel? I don't know if they have a 21-point comeback in them. I'm not sure.
There's still plenty of football left.
Nobody believes in this team more than me. I'm not sure they have a 21-point comeback.
We'll see. Pressure coming right up the middle, nearly intercepted again. As, I mean, nothing Pavos can do there. Pressure came unblocked right up the middle, and that's the worst situation for a QB in all football.
It's going to be an early exit to this Thanksgiving game if Ludlowe can't change something like now.
Yeah, people, as fourth down and another punt coming for Fairfield Ludlowe, as the defense is going to be tasked with once again stopping the Warde offense to keep this at a manageable distance, and it's a fake! The fake right up the middle, but no, it's not going to go anywhere. Trying to catch him off guard, not a bad play call at all because you're trying to spark your team, but Warde definitely had to be ready for that, as now, just like that, Warde takes over in business again in Ludlowe territory. And the crowd is shocked here. And so is everyone here in the booth, Hayden.
Couldn't say he expected it.
Oh, yeah, no one could say really they expected it because, you know, Fairfield for Ludlowe had all the hype and, you know, trying to go 7-3 back-to-back seasons, playing in front of their home fans. Senior Day had all the hype on their side, and Warde is coming in suck the air out of the Ludlowe fans. 320.
I think that played a big part in why Warde is playing so well. They couldn't stand it last year. You could tell. When they lost that game last year, they couldn't stand watching Ludlowe plant the Ludlowe football flag on their turf, and they've wanted nothing more for 364 days than to do this. They've been thinking about this since they lost last year, and they could not stand to watch Ludlowe go 7-3 this year. I don't care about prep. Warde is Ludlow's most hated rival, and Ludlowe is Warde's most hated rival, and this game is something that has been 365 days in the making for Warde.
2nd and 7, up to the right side, down the sideline, and he's in for the touchdown. Got a beautiful block and just tiptoed his way like a ballerina down the side. Oh, excuse me, inside the 10. Excuse me, he's not in for the touchdown. Looks like he could not keep his footing and stepped out of bounds.
To be fair, I thought it was too.
Yeah,
it really looked like he was
a touchdown.
Oh boy, this is bad.
First and goal for Warde.
And there is a flag.
And I believe there's a penalty on Warde that'll back him up.
All right. Well,
so
at least that gives Ludlowe a little bit better chance at the stop.
All right.
You got to think optimistically here, Ralphie. Not Ralphie. Raheel.
Aiden, are you okay?
I'm all right. I'm not doing so well. Not gonna lie, Raheel. This is not what I was expecting.
I don't think anyone was expecting this. There's 2:40 left to play in the first half. Warde in complete control, 26-7 lead. As after the penalty that...
Let's get a scoreboard update, shall we?
As now it's 1st and 21 for Warde. Goldman gonna pitch it to the outside. Oh, and a beautiful block. And he's right up the middle for the 5. Touchdown, Warde. A beautiful pancake block led him all the way, and it is 32-7.
This is not an outstanding game.
He did not come to play.
Ryan Jans, the running back, his second touchdown on the day. And it is now 32-7 to Fairfield Warde in the first half, as they do get the football to start the second half. Let's all remember that. As it looks like they're trying the extra point again after their...
Dad explains that. That's a girl.
And the extra point is good.
How about the kick there, Ralph Raheel? Jessica, how are we going to pronounce that? Piniello.
Jessica Piniello with the extra point,
Wow.
as it's 33-7 to Fairfield Warde, as the Ludlowe fans are in shock and disbelief at what is happening here. And Aiden is showing some disbelief here up in the booth, as the lead increases for Warde, just continuing to pound the rock right down the throats of Ludlowe. It looks like just Warde, all the bounces have been going their way in the first half, and they all add up, and next thing you know, you blink and you're down 33-7.
They have to put Shambo.
As Warde once again to kick off, trailing 33-7 is Fairfield Ludlowe. As
So, Raheel,
Good
what you
kick.
may see... Hold on a second. Go ahead.
and a nice kick return, and it's probably going to be coming back because there are 2 flags on the play. So
I'll tell you, there was anger in that return, though. There was anger from James Bork. He does not want to lose this game.
As now there are 2 yellow hankies on the field, probably for the same penalty. And it looks like from the Ludlowe reaction, it's going to be on Ludlowe. Block in the back, pretty obvious
Okay,
when there's a flag
so
down.
Raheel, what you may see here in the second half is they put in the quarterback, Kyle Chamberlain. Fairfield Ludlowe has had 0 success with Bork and 0 success with Quinn Pavos.
Yep, a change definitely has to be made at halftime.
And I think that change is going to end up with Chamberlain.
But for now, Bork is still in the backfield taking snaps.
For those that don't know, Chamberlain transferred from Staples during the middle of the season. This is the first game him and his brother, Chris, have been legally allowed to play in.
Pavos going to take the snap. And Bork trying to shake his way free, but only a gain of... Nice open field tackle there, not letting him get out for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. As the 2 minutes approaching in the first half, as Ludlowe trails 33-7 with Warde getting the football to start the second half. A gain of 4 in the play as the clock runs under 2 minutes. 2nd and 6 now. Gonna hand off to Bork. Bork trying to bully his way up the middle, but just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 as Ludlowe tries to get some offense going, and Ludlowe's... it looks like they're gonna give Ludlowe the first down. 1:38 left to play as the clock continues to tick down.
33-7. This is not at all what anybody envisioned.
Pavos, Bork is...
There you go!
Pavos is open down the field. A nice throw from Bork there. Get some energy back into the crowd. He was wide open, the first busted coverage we've seen from Warde, and now across midfield to the 40-yard line, I believe, and a minute 25, in desperate need of some points here.
That wasn't busted coverage. That was purposely a trick play. He lined up so close to the outside, they figured he was stepping out of bounds. They lost track of him, and it wasn't even blown coverage. It was just a nice big gain. And in a game like this, that's a total Mitch Ross move, something you need to do.
As Warde will take a timeout to try and stop the Ludlowe, or at least momentum or drive.
Whatever you could call that.
Well,
they have a minute 12. If they can get a touchdown, I still believe here. If they can get a touchdown, this game is not over.
33-7, but
Just outside the main gate, they're good for your Thanksgiving table.
as
Sale throughout the
hopefully
game.
everyone is enjoying their Thanksgiving Day.
Also a reminder,
Down.
CISO volunteers will be walking during halftime to collect donations
As
in support of Operation Hope. To those who
Ward
donate food items,
takes it. They took a timeout. Excuse me, trying to fill some time here. As Ludlow will trying their best to get back in this game, as the fans in the stands getting a little bit antsy now. As Ludlow, nice trick play to get first down there. As Borg is in the. It looks like he'll be lining up as the QB.
Yeah,
Finish up the first
it'll
half.
either be Bork or Pavos, but I can tell you, there's a good chance Chamberlain comes out and either starts or plays in the second half as Ludlow's quarterback.
As some confusion for Ludlow, trying to get the right personnel out on the field. As first down, as the crowd tries to give their
Keep in mind, the
players
confusion could also be purposely staged.
as a nice little jet sweep, and there's a flag on the field after about a gain of 8 yards. But this is going against Fairfield Ludlow, a holding call on the jet sweep.
Ah. You knew it had to be too
On
good to
a-
be true.
Brisk 48-degree
and a hold.
Thanksgiving Day.
The ball will be marked at midfield with the pigskin resting at the 50.
So Ludlow moved back all the way to midfield now, with 1:06 to play in the first half.
Oh boy. What is going on right here? This is
Aiden,
bad.
if I had an answer, I would tell you, but I do not know. 33-7 is your score, War. Up and a little trick play, reverse, fire down the field, and was it stripped out? As they're gonna rule it an incomplete
Something
pass,
happened
not a
in the
fumble.
yeah, the pass was incomplete.
Pass that could, as yeah, they're gonna rule that incomplete pass as looking to the trick play reverse, and that did not work. His number. As Fragamenti was actually open down the field, but just could not get the ball off in time.
And now with exactly a minute to play, you need to seriously start to amp up your offense here.
All right. Yep. 2nd and 20 now for Fairfield Ludlow at midfield after the holding call on the jet sweep. As now another reverse. Oh, a double reverse through the middle, and he's got some daylight. 30, 20, still going, and he's going to be out of bounds at around the 19-yard line of Ward. Colin Fleming there on the double reverse play. Some tricks. First down for Ludlow as the trick plays seem to be working. And that's what you need to do. Give your offense a spark. 52 seconds to play in the first half. Ludlow, however, in business at the Ward 18-yard line to try and put up some points right before halftime, give themselves some momentum. Borg in the backfield. Oh, he fumbles the snap! But it looks like Ludlow's got it off. That was very close. Just a little missed fumble on the snap, and a hit results in the ball hitting the turf as now Ludlow wants a timeout to talk it over. 33-7 your score right now.
If the play comes back, just hit the split.
This is horrible. This is horrid. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I would really like to see Kyle team. Liam, I'm in the space bar.
If you want to. Alrighty. After the Ludlow timeout, as nearly giving away a ball again on a fumble, but still at the 25-yard line of Ward, trailing 33-7. Just the fans looking for anything to cheer about. As Borg gonna roll out, trying to get the ball away, and it is caught and out of bounds by number 2, Chris Fleming, and I believe he wants Dylan Fragamenti, and I believe he wanted a penalty on the play, but he won't get one as my rosters go flying.
It's that kind of day.
Yep.
He wanted the
Out of
penalty
bounds.
on Fairfield Ward's number 1, Griffin Galati, for
I believe it was
basically
a late
diving on
hit.
top of him afterwards.
But
35 seconds. They need to go
at the
about 15
15-yard
yards.
line.
Yeah.
Now, so still 35 seconds. I believe you still have at least two timeouts left. Borg taking the snap, and here comes the pressure, trying to get away, and down he goes. You have to throw the ball away there. As now Ludlow's going to be forced to burn another timeout, and they're going to have one last chance with 4th down coming.
At the Ward.
Aiden, do they take a shot at the end zone here?
Timeout Ludlow.
I think in true Mitch Ross fashion, you absolutely have to. If you get it, if you don't, no harm, no foul. If you get it, you have a real good burst of momentum going into the half.
And to be completely honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Ludlow goes with an onside kick to start the second half to try and gain some momentum. But 4th down coming for the Ludlow offense, looking for anything at this point. As fourth down coming on giving day. 48 degrees, it says.
Yeah, wind chill may knock it down.
Yeah.
I think we kind of knew that.
4th down and 9 coming for Fairfield Ludlow, and a big, or 4th and 9. Pavo's gonna roll to his left, fire toward the end zone. He's got a man. The jump ball incomplete, threw it a little bit behind him, and the coverage was good enough to put him off. And now Ludlow a turnover on downs, as Ward will take over.
More positive note, big surprise out in Darien. New Canaan leads 20-0 late
I called
third
it.
quarter. And Norwalk leads McMahon 14-6. So a couple close games there.
As Ward will get the football back, probably just run maybe 1 or 2 run plays, or maybe just a knee, and that will do it for the first half. A stunning first half here at Taft Field. The score, Fairfield Ludlow 7, Fairfield Warde 33. And that will take us to halftime, as we will be back with the third quarter. back here for the third quarter of Thanksgiving Day action.
Raheel, we had a chance to reset. I am back to my positive ways. Ludlow's going to be competitive here in the second half, and I think they have a very good chance to win this game.
Anyway, all right, so Ludlow will kick off to Warde to start the second half. As Aiden, we were talking about the break that there could potentially be I don't know, maybe an onside kick here, but you think Warde would be expecting it?
Let's see. They said
at this point of the game.
Well, yeah,
so.
they have 5 guys right up there, 2 guys further back, including Jack McKenna, who is probably going to be able to jump up and get that ball. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see if they try to pull anything.
And it looks like a normal kick deep. Yes, it is, and it's a
really good kick.
One.
There we go. Nolan Izzo has been the one constant for the kicking squad.
That was a
really good kick.
That was a huge difference to what we saw in the first half. I don't know if the wind has died down. I haven't been outside, so I have no idea.
Really good kick. He's kicking against
Warde's
the wind,
offense with a 33-7 lead trots onto the field. Just looking to really Warde, all they can really ask for is not make any major key mistakes here and give Ludlow a chance to get back into the game. As Golden still in at QB, Joey Golden for Fairfield Warde. Shotgun formation, a handoff up the middle, got some room, and for a gain of about 9, that'll be a first down on the first play. So, first down for the Mustangs to start. A good start for them to the second half is realistically what they really want to do is kind of completely suck the life out of the building, which would be if they would march down the field and score here again.
They score here, the game's over, I'll tell you right now.
Come on, man. All right, first down, shotgun formation, pressure coming over the middle. Oh!
There's the Ludlow defense that we were looking to see all game long. We saw flashes of it, but we've never seen it. So now they need to put together a complete drive.
Put pressure on the quarterback, and you will get the mistakes. Second down and 10 as the Ludlow crowd still in a little bit of shock at what is
but you know what?
Here on Thanksgiving Day.
Respect.
But everyone is still here.
The majority of them are still here. They're still gonna be loud, and they're not giving up on this team because this team doesn't give up.
Right, second and 10 now. Joey Golden in the shotgun formation for Warde. Take the snap and a simple handoff, and he for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards for Ryan Jans. As third down coming for the Ludlow defense, trying to get off the field quickly to give their offense a chance.
All right, so we've got back-to-back plays that have really stopped Warde. Now they need to
third down and 7 coming.
Also, the time is going to become their enemy very quick. They need to start moving quick.
You still have a whole second half of football to be played, but down 33-7.
Quick as a fly.
Third down and 7 coming.
Come on,
just over a minute into the second.
We gotta have fun.
Golden, the shotgun formation, pressure coming. Floats the ball toward the sideline. Is it intercepted or is it incomplete? And it's intercepted by the Ludlow defense. That is exactly what Warde did not want to happen. Pressure coming right up the middle. Golden floated the ball toward the sideline, and Ludlow gets the turnover. And now they have some life, Aiden.
Okay, they have life. Now it's the offense's
midfield.
Turn. They got it right in the 50-yard line. They need 50 yards, and they need to do it pretty quick. They have time, but not a lot of it.
Joey Golden threw up a gift there to the defense of Ludlow. First down, a run up the middle, and that'll go for about maybe a gain of 1 at best.
So the other thing we were talking about is maybe Kyle Chamberlain comes in to play quarterback. He is not. It is still James Bork. So we'll see what happens. Now, obviously, you didn't expect them to start Chamberlain here in the second half, but we'll see if they give Chamberlain some reps.
Second and 8, the handoff again up the middle for about a gain of another 3 or 4 yards. Third down coming. Third and 5 coming for the Ludlow Ludlowe offense here.
He's probably not even allowed here.
Pavos in the shotgun formation like he's been all day. And he's going to try and run it up the middle, and he's got the daylight to the 20, 10, 5, is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Ludlowe. And the crowd is back in it.
That's what they've been waiting for all day long, Raheel. Pavos has little to no room. We all were waiting for him to go down, but the difference between this half and last half is last half he gets hit for a 2-yard loss. This half, he runs it into the end zone and gives Ludlowe a very, very much needed touchdown. Hey, nothing's impossible.
Now, as there is a flag on the play, so this could be. It's a penalty on Ward, so the touchdown will stand. As Nolan Iso is on for the extra point.
That was big.
Score 33-13. They will still go for the extra point. No try for 2.
And you can hear this crowd is right back in it. They never doubted this team for a second. All halftime long, you heard it. Still a lot of game left. Nobody's done. It was a bad half, but Ludlowe has a very good chance to come back here and stun the Mustangs. And they've certainly got the crowd to do it.
All right, Noah Iso now on the extra point. High snap. Trouble getting it down, and Ward is not going to do anything with it, as it's going to be a blocked extra point. I mean, I think if you're the holder there, you got to take it and try and run with it, because there was absolutely no way you're getting that kickoff with that snap.
Hey, you get the touchdown, and I think that was the most important thing.
Touchdown. I'm surprised they went for the extra point, not 2 there, but nevertheless, the touchdown still stands. 6 more points for Fairfield Ludlowe, as the lead is cut to 20 now, 33-13. So that is maybe 1 or 2 more stops and another good drive, and you're right back in this game.
I was told to be more positive. I'm positively sure that one of these 2 teams is going to win this game, and I'm positively sure Ludlow's right back in this thing. Or it's a tie, as it's been pointed out. It could end in a tie. I don't know how I would feel about a tie. I don't know. We're ready to tie this game.
To the 45.
As due to the Ward penalty, Ludlow's going to be kicking the ball at least another 5-10 yards closer to give him some hand. And I don't know. Do you go again? Ward's got 4 or 5 up.
They're going to try an onside kick. Remember, the last time they would have had it, but it bounced out of bounds.
And the ball falls down. The wind is a major factor.
The wind is a big problem today. We saw it earlier. Ward missed the extra point. It's a big problem.
Let's see the onside kick.
2 yards.
Nolan Iso on the onside kick. It's a bouncer. Oh, and nicely fielded by the Ward defender as he takes a big hit from Ludlowe, but does the most important thing, which is hang on to the football. And Ward will get the football. Their offense will trot on the field after the Joey Goldman interception.
And now we get to see the defense again. We'll see how Ward responds. Clearly, they're not just going to be able to roll down the field like they did in the first half. Ward's offense is going to have to play a real good half. It's possible, as we saw in the first half, but Ludlow's defense is coming back.
As Goldman and the Ward offense takes the field once again. 33-13 is your score now, as there's a little buzz back in the crowd after the stop, the interception and touchdown, as the wind continues to blow out on the field.
9:39 to go.
Yep, not much time passed in the third quarter. A quick score is what Ludlowe needed, and they got it. Now Joey Goldman has to be careful with the football here.
Threw an interception on their last possession.
Yeah, but mostly because of the pressure that Ludlowe got. And a run up the middle for maybe a gain of a yard or 2. As the run game is in the first half 8, and we saw those runs go for 6 or 7 yards. And now another gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 coming for the Ward defenses. Every single play. Ludlow's crowd is getting right back into it.
Yeah, that's why Warde needs a big momentum shifter right now.
As we approach 9 minutes to play in the third quarter, here on Thanksgiving Day football, 33-13, Warde is currently still has a 20-point cushion. 2nd and 8, handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. Another gain of only about a yard or two. And just like that, another third down coming for Warde.
On the last one, they threw an interception. This time, they're going to have to be more careful. We'll see how this plays out. But if Ludlowe can get a stop and their offense can get back out of the field, they have a very good chance to come back in this thing. This crowd is looking for a reason to cheer. They're not looking for a reason to boo.
3rd and 6.
This is a big
From
third
near
down.
midfield. Goldman's going to take the snap, but Ross has gone flying, and it's intercepted again! Past midfield and to the 48, and where have my rosters gone? Oh boy. All right, there's one of them.
Intercepted by Fairfield Ludlowe, and it's a brand new ball game. Back-to-back defensive turnovers for Fairfield Warde, and this game is very much still in the balance.
We just said that Goldman had to be careful with the football, and 2 interceptions to start the second half, and Ludlow's got some life.
One of the great Thanksgiving Day games we've seen in a while. There was a flag. Or at least I thought I saw it.
Well, I mean,
nobody's making any signs out on the field.
What's going on, but nevertheless, Ludlow still had. It looks like it was against Ludlowe because I'm assuming because the interception was taken past midfield.
Yeah.
And now they're back on their own side of the field.
Ludlowe.
So it might have been a penalty after the play, but 1st and 10, a direct snap for about a gain of 4.
FSN tailgate.
Whatever Coach Ross said to them in that timeout, it's working.
2nd and
because
6
Fairfield
now.
Ludlow's competing.
Borg will be taking, I believe Borg in the shotgun formation, going to run right up the middle. Oh, and that's going to be a face mask penalty, 15 yards.
3 different flags.
I mean, that was blatant and obvious. I mean, everyone saw it in the crowd.
They just gave Ludlow 15 yards. Thank you very much. We'll take it. We'll move right up. Now, the important thing is Ludlowe cannot start coming after Warde now. This game has gotten a little chippy. It was chippy in the first half. It's got a little bit more chippy. Everybody is kind of on edge. Nobody's had any food yet. So I think that right now, if you're Coach Ross, you need to make sure nobody does anything stupid to get those 15 yards revoked.
Nevertheless, Ludlow's got the ball at Warde's 36. Pressure coming up the middle. Throw on the run.
It's
nice
caught.
Catch by the sidelines by number 2, Dylan Fragnamenti and Aiden. Those are the catches that they did not secure in the first half.
And you know what? He knew it too. He was given the signal. Give me
that'll
that
be a
catch.
first
Let's
down.
go, baby.
And Ludlowe continues to move the football now to the Warde towards 25-yard line, looking to score again and make it a game again. 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Fire, and the attempted one-handed catch incomplete as Borg was hit in the backfield. 2nd down coming.
I said in the first half, believe me, I'm a Ludlowe student. It's very widely known. I'm a Ludlowe fan. I was the first person to get on this team. They weren't doing what they needed to do in the first half, but they've got new life.
2nd and 10, Borg trying to take it up the middle.
He's going to fall forward, get those extra yards.
2 or 3 yards, I believe. That was Borg.
I think you were absolutely right about that catch, though, Raheel. Those are not catches they usually make.
Well, I mean, certainly they weren't. You saw those are the catches in the first half that were hitting them directly in the hands, and they were dropping them. So 3rd and 6 now from the 21-yard line. 6:36 left to play in the third quarter. Ludlowe trying to scrap their way back into this game. Borg on the run. You gotta get rid of that. You can't take a sack there, as a quick sack for Warde to back up Ludlowe, and an interesting 4th down coming.
They'll stay on the field. They're going to go for it.
I mean, I believe so, because you're definitely not
No
kicking
reason,
from
yeah, no reason
to
to
kick
field
from
goal.
this area. Because this would be what? Let's see if I can do the math here. Let's see, 25. This would be probably around a 42-yard field goal, I believe. I don't know, my math is... But they're not even kicking it.
Your
so.
math is on vacation.
Yep.
Is the correct answer.
4th and 10. Oh, drop snap, but Borg's going to get it back. He's got to get rid of the football. Spins away from one, looking for a block and nowhere to go.
Wait a minute, there's a flag.
I believe that's going to... That might be a block against Ludlowe.
Even if it's against Ludlowe, you still have a 4th down. And you still get the chance to
but
avoid the turnover.
They're going to decline... Ward's going to decline the penalty. So it'll
All right.
be...
So the momentum kind of goes back to Warde, but Ludlow's defense has still been rolling. This is big.
You saw it looked to be a blindside block. Maybe you can't make those anymore.
No.
Endangers the defenseless player. As now the offense as now Ludlowe depends on their defense for another stop, as 2 straight possessions for Warde, 2 straight interceptions towards the sideline.
.5:42 to go.
I don't understand why Warde is not passing the ball more. Running the football more. It's with a 33-13 lead. 5:42 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Goldman in the shotgun, and it is batted down at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush is coming. 2nd down and 10 coming.
That was big. Got the momentum right back. Again, this game is getting played on momentum.
As now we enter the afternoon hours of Thanksgiving Day. Just
Now
15
I can
minutes
say
past noon.
It's a beautiful afternoon.
15 minutes past noon. Not too cold outside,
You know-
although the wind chill is making
it's about an
real
average.
cold.
It's about an average
Thanksgiving Day.
weather for Thanksgiving Day in Connecticut. You've got some gray clouds. Feels like November.
2nd and 10, a handoff. And as they're going to
Short.
break it to the outside for about a gain of 7 or 8, but that makes it a manageable 3rd down coming for Warde's offense. At the gain of 6, excuse me, so it'll be 3rd and 4 coming. But a 2nd and 10 goes to a 3rd and manageable.
It's too bad. If Ludlowe had played like this in the first half, they would probably be neck and neck with them.
3rd and 3 now. Shotgun formation for Warde. They've been in that all day. A run, and he is going nowhere.
He lost
Dropped
yardage.
for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. 4th down coming. Fourth and 7 now for Warde. And I don't know if it's a go for it situation or a punt. And here comes the punt crew. Aiden, the main thing now for the Ludlowe players is just do not muff the punt. Get away from that football.
Yeah.
Get away from that football.
Get the ball back. 4:20 to play.
As the clock ticks, as the clock is running against Fairfield Ludlowe. As a timeout is taken by Ludlowe. With 4:15 left to play in the 3rd quarter, as Ludlowe tries to scrap their way back into this game, trailing 33-13. Here on Thanksgiving football. Snap.
Go.
as he that's a nice kick. Got some air on it as it's gonna take a Warde bounce.
Actually rolled back a little bit,
And
went to the
there's,
30 and then to the 31.
And there's an injured player on the field for
It's a Mustang.
Fairfield. Warde, the first injury we've seen all day. Hopefully, everything's okay. He's clearly in some. He's not getting up. As might be a cramp. As it looks like it could be a cramp, just stretching out.
How relies like that again going on.
First down for Ludlowe at the 31.
And we're going to take an injury timeout. Really bad stuff going on down the field. I didn't see any hit or anything that caused it. I think it
might be
looked
just cramping.
purely accidental, yeah. Whatever it was.
Looks to be cramping as they're giving him some water right now.
Yeah, we're going to take an injury timeout, and we're going to return after that injury timeout.
And we are back after the injury timeout, as that was number 85. Jack McKenna was able to limp off the field.
No, it looked like Rowan
Rowan
Chiarelli, although we couldn't really
was
tell.
able to limp off the field in his own power. So 1st and 10 now for Ludlowe. The handoff and nowhere to go. Hit to the outside. Ooh, a little bit of a helmet-to-helmet there at the end of the play, but no call.
Yeah, I didn't see a flag.
No call there.
Helmet to helmet.
It's been a really fun game, Raheel.
Yeah, definitely has, especially
Maybe
this,
not such a great first half,
but I mean,
but Ludlow's made it interesting, and in a game like this,
definitely.
that's all you want it to be.
2nd down coming.
And I'll get a
Borg in the
scoreboard
shotgun
update pretty soon.
formation, trying to run his way through and just runs into a brick wall for no gain, as now a quick 3rd and 7 coming for the Falcons. Third and 7 as Borg checks his wristband for the play.
Norwalk leads Brian McMahon 26-6, 3:44 left in the third.
Pressure coming. Borg going to try and roll out looking for a receiver down the field. Oh, just short of the open receiver.
Wow.
Borg, the pressure got to Borg a little, forcing him to throw that football away a little early, and 4th and 6 coming in. And is the offense staying out there? I believe so. I believe the offense is staying out there.
Unbelievable upset in Darien. The Blue Wave shut out on their home field. New Canaan wins 20-0.
Pavos, shotgun throw, just missed the diving receiver, and a turnover on downs for Ludlowe.
They're in dangerous territory, too.
Hey, how about that? Darien shut out at home?
I don't think anybody saw that coming.
As now Fairfield Warde in pretty good position here at the Ludlowe 30-yard line to maybe put the choke slam on this game.
Yeah.
Leading 33-13. Ludlowe has done a good job holding the offense on 3 possessions, 2 interceptions and a punt. It's the handoff up the middle, and he's going to get about 5 or 6 yards. The best run of the day for Warde, in the second half. after a gain of 5. Ryan Jans, who has 2 touchdowns on the day. 2:41 to play in the third quarter. Second down coming. As there's an injured Ludlowe player down on the field, but he seemed to get up. Seems to be walking off the field by himself, which is a great sign. He went down for a bit. Second and 5 now from the 25-yard line. The Mustangs' main goal here is to punch it in, and that could really take the energy out of this crowd. Once again, second and 5. Goldman in the shotgun formation. Oh, excuse me, that is Andrew Conklin instead in that QB. They've been rotating. As a fake handoff, fire over the middle, nearly intercepted, but pass incomplete. Attempting the sliding catch.
Final
Number
from across town. Fairfield Prep wins 28-0 over West Haven. I picked that game wrong, not gonna lie. Anybody but Prep was a bad pick.
Third and 5 from the 25. 2:04 left to play in the third quarter. Ludlowe trying their best to scrap and claw their way back into this game, trailing 33-13 to Fairfield Warde on this lovely Thanksgiving afternoon.
It is.
Goldman has got time, throws over the middle.
Nope.
Oh, excuse me. Towards the sideline in the end zone. Incomplete. Looks like number 6, Brett Lauterbach, had the step, but a bit of an overthrow, and the Ludlowe defense stands again.
And again, they stop the clock. 1:59 to
left
play,
and
so we're inside the 2-minute warning in the third, and this game is not done yet. But Ludlowe does need to get the ball back.
And they need to
score.
They need to put a drive together.
Yes,
they have
to
been
score
able to do
right
that
now
so far in this game. Alrighty, fourth down coming. A big fourth down here. Ward is obviously going to go for it. You can't kick it from this distance. Screenplay. Oh, he's going to throw it. Oh, but he gets absolutely tattooed. And the jump ball incomplete as
no flags.
And this, oh, that's great sportsmanship. Jack Borg helped him up and said there were no hard feelings because he absolutely tattooed. That.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
But good sportsmanship to see him help him, to see a nice little hug there at the end. As the Ludlowe defense stands again. A turnover on downs for Ward. 1:52 to play in the third quarter. Ludlowe desperately now in some need for some points as the clock continues to tick down slowly. Borg in the shotgun formation. Fire over the middle. Caught and just dropped.
You can't sweat over that too much. I think they did that was another big problem in the first half. I think it kind of was one bad play after another, and they progressively got more and more depressed.
It's a snowball effect.
The mood on that sideline at the end of the half was just horrible, and Ross had to get that mood and the morale back up for the second half. So I think it's going to be very crucial that they don't get on themselves too much. Just go to the next play. Not a big deal.
Borg rolling out of the pocket, has nowhere to go with the football, going to run with it instead, and gets about 4 or 5 yards.
There is.
And the refs haven't been
all
as
the
busy.
way over there on the 30. If I think it's yellow, it looks like a flag.
I'm not sure.
Hey, Paul, is that a flag? On the 30. All the way over on the far 30.
And there is holding against Ward.
All right. I had a good eye.
Yeah, Aiden, I couldn't spot that.
Well, it was very possible that it was just a flag that had never gotten picked up, but
maybe. But
hey, that was big.
A holding
that
on
was
Ward,
big.
5 extra yards for Ludlowe, and a new set of downs.
New set of downs.
Yep,
and the
10.
most important part, they lost 0 time.
Yep.
The only time they lost was the time Bork ran. So.
As the crowd's energy coming back.
Still with it. They're still with it. They're not done yet.
They're trying to what
You
would
can
be
hear the wind.
an incredible comeback here on Thanksgiving Day. 1st and 10 now. Borg bobbles the snap again. Able to control. It's got plenty of time to throw over the middle. Incomplete. Good coverage.
Even if
in
he
the
had caught it, that was
secondary.
into the turf first.
It was great coverage there because Borg had the time to throw that football.
I think
just
the
nowhere to go
important
with
thing
it.
to remember with James Bork is he's not a quarterback. He's a running back that they have play quarterback. So he's not going to be able to make some of the moves that Colin Wilson would as an experienced quarterback. Bork has played quarterback for less than a year. So I think it's important.
Yeah, maybe
that-
put
that-
Pavos back in.
Exactly.
I don't know,
When you need
but-
to pass, he's had problems so far.
All right. 2nd and 10. Oh, a high snap, but he's able to recover it. That's the third, maybe third in a row. He's got to get rid of the football. Throws downfield. He has a man, and it's incomplete. I thought it was caught. He had the man just a little bit off. Colin Fleming nearly pulled in. Would have been an incredible.
That would have
play
been one of the great
if he had
catches.
Just maybe gotten a better throw on that, leading him down the field. That could have been 6 points.
And if they had come back to win that game, to win this game, that would have been one of the more memorable catches.
But nevertheless, no turnover. 3rd and 10. But that could have been a huge, because that was a broken play right from the start.
Yep.
Because Ludlow has now continually struggled with the snap and holding onto that football. We saw a lot of fumbles in the first half, and Borg has bobbled a lot of snaps.
They're going to set up on the far hash on 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Good. And it's incomplete. He cannot hang on to the football there. Never had control of it, and there was no flag on the play. Incomplete for Jack Santia. 4th and 10. Ludlow's offense going to stay out there. 1:18 to play.
This is a big 4th down. If they don't get this 4th down,
the
it
defense
would be
has to step up once
really
again.
detrimental. They have to get this
Well,
4th
Aiden,
down.
last time they were here as well, couldn't get the 1st down, but their defense was able to hold. But at some point, the offense has got to do their part. 4th and 10. The temperature continues to drop. Now down to 45 degrees. 4th and 10. Pavos back in the game. Pressure coming. Has to get rid of it. Flips it off the board. Will it be enough to get the 1st down? Still going. And he got the 1st down. He got the 1st down. Unbelievable.
He is larger than life. First of all, for Pavos to get the ball
that ball
off,
away.
and there's an
Oh,
injured
there is a
Mustang.
flag and an injured Mustang on the field.
For Pavos to get that ball off, first of all, was miraculous. Then for Bork to catch it, and then for Bork to run it past about 3 defensive players for Fairfield Warde was an unbelievably incredible play.
As there is also an injured Fairfield Ludlowe player on the field. As remember, there was a flag at the end.
No, I think he's just getting stretched out.
But
the more if it was an injury, if it was an injury, Ross and our athletic trainer Sydney would be out there.
But still, I believe there was a flag at the end of the play. I couldn't tell. I don't know. I thought I heard
the
shouts
referees
of
are
flag.
discussing right now.
Yeah,
there
so
may have been.
There could have been maybe a holding or an illegal block or something like that.
Yeah. Hey, with Darian Buchanan being a wash, this game has turned into possibly the most interesting of Thanksgiving Day.
It's a very slow-moving pace game as we've just hit 12:30 in the afternoon here on Love. I'm
gonna be late for Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I don't know if I will be.
Yeah, how far do you have to go?
Westport.
Okay, so it's not that bad, but you'll be fine. But we're gonna see what the penalty is, and it's probably gonna be a holding against Ludlow. That'll push him back, and negating that.
And this is a major personal foul.
Personal foul.
Uh-oh.
That is something that cannot happen in that situation.
And the ball will be moved
Oh,
back
and
to 23.
that essentially makes it around 4th and 20. That
Where it will be a
put,
4th down.
but that essentially. Oh, and Ludlow is. Ludlow needs now about 30 There are 2 penalties on the play. Both against Ludlow, it looks to be. And now the ball is around the 10-yard line. So they need about 30 or 30. It's now 4th and 39. 4th and 38, excuse me, but now for long way to go, Aiden. And you can see Ward just in a simple prevent deep coverage defense. Nothing, if you're a Ward corner defender or safety, nothing gets behind you. Keep everything in front of you. As that was unbelievable. I believe it was maybe 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
It's too bad.
Oh, and a bobbled snap as well, and it looks like Ward's going to jump on it. And could that be the early dagger in this game, as everyone in the crowd is absolutely disgusted? I mean, there's no, I mean, even after that play, there's no room for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Yeah, it stinks.
And then after that, you've had trouble fielding the snap all day, and another bad snap, and you can't hang on to it. And just like that, they're set up right on the doorstep.
And once again, it's up to the defense.
Yep. So what once was a magical play on 4th down for Fairfield Ludlowe turned into an absolute disaster, as now Ward is on the doorstep to punch it in, make it 40-13. Handoff out to the wide. They can't get him down. He's going to dive in, stumble in for the touchdown. Ryan Jans' 3rd touchdown on the day, and that is the maybe final kill shot. And some fans are heading to the cars. They have seen enough. Some people
and that
have started.
should start a running clock. Oh, not yet, but once we start the 4th quarter, it will. I believe
the running
I'm
clock
on
will.
vacation too. No, it will not, because they would need 48 should they get another touchdown.
The extra point is good by Jessica again, and it's now 40-13 as we will take a quick break here on Ludlowe Football.
This is number 13.
Break, and an unfortunate series of 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties after Pavos and Borg pulled off a miracle almost to get that 1st down, but 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties make it 4th and 39 and a bobbled snap, and just like that, Ludlow finds themselves trailing 40-13, and the crowd here at Taft Stadium is starting to file out, Aiden, and honestly, who could blame them after that?
That sucks. This whole game has been really Ward playing perfectly and Ludlow just making mistakes.
It's been let's just say it's been a lot of nearly moments for Fairfield Ludlow. It's one of those games, you know. If you 3 turnovers at the end of the first half, and you put yourself in a huge hole, you get some momentum, start the 3rd, and then all almost reduced to rubble now, as they're almost back to square one, as it looks to be a false start penalty, or as Pavos was ready to, right after the snap, it probably might be going against Fairfield or Ludlow, as the refs discuss what's going on, as you can clearly see by the jerseys of the players that the wind is still blowing out there.
They're serving turkey burgers at Dutchess.
Oh, and there was no flag, so they're going to redo the 1st down snap. 50 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter, and Ludlowe really looking for anything at this point. 1st and 10. Pavos in the shotgun formation, fires a flutter, and it's intercepted. Oh, and he breaks the tackle, and he's down at the 20-yard line. And Aiden, that was just a throw that got away from Pavos. A little bit of a flutter there, right to number 33 on the defense.
Yeah, that was tough.
Dennis Toulouske with the interception, and more fans have begun to file out.
If that
And
touchdown
go
didn't do
early
it, this
for
does.
Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving football has taken a bleak turn for Fairfield Ludlowe. They had to come in here and play mistake-free football, and that just didn't happen so far today.
Honestly, I'm not sure Ludlowe would have ever won this game. Ward was playing perfect today.
I wouldn't say perfect. You know, there was a lot of false start penalties at the end, but you have 3 turnovers at the end of the first by the first half, and that's the main thing I believe. But as the clock begins to run, and if there is a touchdown with a 2-point conversion, there would be a running clock due to the point gap, and I think Fairfield Warde is just content with letting this run down to the end of the 3rd quarter. And what almost was a great 3rd quarter from Ludlowe turned into a disaster at the end. End of 3, Warde up 40-13.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. Fairfield Ludlowe and Fairfield Warde. Warde leading 40-13 in an absolutely stunning affair. And we bring in Liam Blank for color commentary for the first few minutes of this fourth quarter. Liam, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Aiden?
Wow. I could be better, but it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, couldn't we all be?
And it's been a tough start. How do you think Ludlowe can end this in the best way possible?
Honestly, I think if we could score maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns here in the second half and just play some good defense like that right there, I think that would probably be the best ending for this. It's a really tough way to end the season.
Clock is running at 11:45. A touchdown from Fairfield Warde and a 2-point conversion, and the clock will run for the remainder of the fourth. Fairfield Warde 40 and Fairfield Ludlowe 13. Ball's on the Ludlowe 18, which will make it for 3rd and 7. Liam, what do you think went wrong for Fairfield Ludlowe today?
Honestly, I just feel like they weren't ready to play. Warde had a lot of fight in them today, and Warde really just looks much better than Ludlowe does today. And that wasn't the case in our freshman game or the JV game.
I formation, he was under center. Now he's forced out of the pocket. He throws. It was nearly complete for a touchdown, but it's stripped free of Warde's intended receiver for an incompletion.
Our freshman team, we led off the Warde games, and we looked really well. We played very well. We beat Warde, so did our JV team. Let's go, D! I thought
a lot of hope for the future. It sounds like.
Yes, it is. I mean, we got a good freshman team coming in. I'm on the freshman team, and we'll be up here next year. It's just unfortunate this will be our last football game. Us freshmen, this is our last football game that we're being able to watch. Next year we'll be down on the field, so hopefully we can produce something a little bit more exciting in years to come. Yeah.
11 minutes to go. Here's a play fake and a draw to the outside. It's incomplete. Back-to-back incompletions. This one a little more likely to be incomplete than the previous one, as it was overthrown for Brett Lauterbach. What do you make of Joey Golbin? He's playing really well, and he's playing like he was really angry after that loss last year.
You know, he looks like a quarterback. He looks very well. He's throwing to open receivers. The Ludlow defense is not. In the first half, they struggled a lot. I think in the second half, they looked much better, but Joey Golbin, you can't put all the blame on the Ludlow defense. Joey Golbin looks great. He's finding the men. He's making throws. He looks like a real quarterback.
Inside 11 minutes to go. After the turnover on downs, this is Colin Fleming to the near side. Be lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Again, we thank you for tuning in on this Thanksgiving Day, even though it may not be the most pleasurable for Fairfield Ludlowe. We appreciate you hanging with us. Ludlow showing a little bit of life in that third quarter, but an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, something that really just shot him in the foot, and now they're in deep, deep trouble here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, this is Bork in his final game as a Ludlow football senior. Running to the near side, and he'll be run out after a gain of a couple.
I think some stuff that happened this week really almost demoralized the Ludlow team. I mean, what happened to Carlos Moreno being ineligible to play today?
Yeah, I mean, Carlos certainly hurt his team. It certainly hurts, but I think that honestly, I'm not sure he would have played that big of a difference. With or without Carlos, Warde was going to play a perfect game.
Warde was the better team today, and they're the better team today.
Bork with two backs with him will take the snap, and he's absolutely hammered in the backfield. James Bork brought down another big sack for Warde. They've done a real good job stopping Bork today.
It's just plays like that that Ludlow, they're just not making them play. They're just not making the plays today. Quinn Pavos, I mean, it's just not Ludlow's day today, and you feel for the guys who've been looking forward to this game all week, and it's
Fourth
tough.
down and 9.
Warde's ready to play.
This is a
lot of credit to him.
One that you need to convert. The Warde Stampede is not left. The Falcons have started to move. This is a deep ball that's right through the hands of Drew Buckley. It was right to him, and it was a great pass from James Bork, but he couldn't quite handle it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Mustangs will pick up inside the 20-yard line. So, Liam, we thank you so much for hanging with us for a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
And we look forward to seeing you next year on the sidelines.
Hopefully. Thank you.
8:40 remain in the fourth quarter. Fairfield Warde 40 and Fairfield Ludlow 13.
That drop just sums up that kind of game it's been for Fairfield Ludlow.
Exactly.
And potential.
They had all the opportunity in the world to win this game. A little give. More than a little give. He's inside the 15. Really good give.
Score and 2-point conversion equals a running clock.
It's a gain of 7. Second down, 3.
8:24 remain here in the fourth quarter. Is Fairfield Warde 40 and Fairfield Ludlowe 13. Thanksgiving Day football on the Falcon Sports Network. We're so glad to have you with us. Raheel Jaswal and Aiden Blank. Clock down to 8:09 after the run. It is running. Golbin takes the snap. And another handoff for Ryan Jans, who is
it looks like
close
just
to
short.
in, but
Just
he's
short.
just short. So
First down, though.
It will be first and goal for the Fairfield Warde Mustangs.
with 7:52 to go, Fairfield Warde will continue to have possession. Feels like a November day, doesn't it?
Yep, definitely. With the weather.
Feels like a Thanksgiving day. Very cold. Same formation for the third play in a row. And again, it's
Touchdown.
Jans. And again, a big hit.
Jans.
But again, he is in, and
Hat-trick.
that is a Fairfield Warde touchdown.
Third touchdown for him today.
Score again.
And no running clock just yet.
Not yet.
33-point gap. All right, so they're gonna extra point attempt. The extra point tipped a little bit there, is a little short. So a score 6 points, 46-13. The normal clock will continue.
Back with the fourth quarter here on FSN. It is a cold Thanksgiving afternoon, but we are ready for it here on the Falcon Sports Network. Dylan Fracomeni short of the 40 on his return. Henry Heel, he's been the one constant on this Ludlow offense today.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, Ludlow's defense definitely deserves a lot of credit from what they're given. Because
Absolutely.
The 46 points is
the 46
total
points,
is-
but
is
you're not
not-
counting the times where Ward's gotten the ball on the 1 yard line or inside Ludlow's territory.
And talk about the
Ward's gotten fantastic field position today. You can't really blame the Ludlow offense for not putting up four consecutive stops, I should say, on the 1 yard line. There's another botch snap. We've seen a lot
How
of that
many is
today.
that?
Bork is going to just try and heave it up. It's incomplete. It would have barely gotten them back to the line of scrimmage.
And I don't know how many of those we've seen today.
We've seen so many of them. The botch snaps have really hurt Ludlow, and it's
The
really
botch-
sad.
The bad snaps just break up the play before it even has a chance.
7:15 to play.
As
It'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion on 1st and 10.
most of the crowd has.
Yeah,
Still a decent
most of the
decent
nest
amount of kids.
is moving out.
But
There are still a
decent
good amount of kids.
Good amount.
And you got to appreciate that. And
Staying
hey,
out there, although
regardless of whether Ludlow wins this game or not,
it is getting
they
a lot
played
colder.
a fantastic season. Nobody expected them to be anywhere near 7 wins, and they've gotten that. And they've beaten the only teams they've lost to are state playoff teams. Big stop in the backfield. They gave it to James Fiametta, and he was wrapped up at the
As
legs.
and you can see the wind now is really, really starting to pick up.
Yeah, it is starting to pick
You
up.
can see, you know, the whole
This
day
is where,
they've-
this is where it starts to get cold, and I'm sure none of the
enjoyable.
Falcons are enjoying themselves right now. This is not a great way to start your Thanksgiving. 6:44 to go, and the clock's still running.
Third and long.
On 3rd and 17, ball's on their own 32. Bork is flushed out and lets it go. He completes it, assuming that Drew Smith wasn't out of bounds, which they will say he was not, so he was inbounds, and he makes a fantastic catch.
Where it will be a 4th down at the 43. 4th down 6 at the Falcon 43.
No, they said he was out of bounds, so now it's 4th and 6. And the clock down to 6:04. .55 to play. It's 4th down and 6. Bork flushed out of the
Nowhere
pocket.
to go.
He's on the move. He can really run, but not well enough to get the first down. He is stopped. It will be Ludlow's 6th turnover on downs today. And that just kind of tells the story there, Raheel.
Yeah, and not to mention the four normal turnovers, the 3 fumbles and the interception. Actually, I believe not, maybe even 2 interceptions.
Ludlowe has really struggled. Normally on 4th down is where they excel. When they need to convert, they convert. But that is not the case today.
And
A miserable Thanksgiving for everybody on the Falcon football staff.
And you think that, Ward would just be content with just running the football here.
Not in a rivalry game. They want to score as many times as possible. 5:40, the clock is stopped because of the turnover on downs. And Golban with a handoff. Jans to the far side, makes a couple of cuts. He's out to the 40 on the far side.
Our PA guy, Paul, brought up just an interesting point that most of the Ludlowe guys have played two-way all year, so you wonder if they're finally starting to feel those effects of fatigue in the legs.
Yeah.
Especially after a long season, getting banged up, hit hard.
And you know, usually you would say that, but they had 2 weeks. And I'll tell you, it's not the normal mentality you would have thought this week. Getting to go to their practice yesterday, I was watching them, and there was no smiles, there was no laughter, there was no sort of joy in the practice. It's been sort of a dead week, and I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe that's because of Carlos Moreno, but they've had very little joy in this week, and I think it's transferred into the game. They were highly favored in this game. By all means, they should have won this game and won it big. But they're gonna lose this game because they just had no energy. The only energy they had came in the second half, and that unsportsmanlike conduct, one play, took it all away. And it's unfortunate. But still, a 6-4 season, they're still gonna finish better than Warde. And they're still going to be in the top half of the FCAC division. Little run to the outside. So it's not all bad. There's a lot to look forward to for next. I think there's a lot to look forward to next season. And if anything, this is going to make them ready to go on towards home field next year, my senior year, and come out and beat the Mustangs, just like they did last year. Clock down to 4 minutes, nearly, just a little bit more than that. Golban will set up. He likes those 2 backs in the backfield. He'll fake to both of them and lofted deep.
He's open.
It is just out of the reach of his wide receiver, Brett Lauderback. We mentioned Brett is a speedy guy. He plays baseball too. He is a very good baseball player, plays for Fairfield Warde. He ran a pretty good route there, was just out of his hands, and we've seen that a couple times today.
Yep. But
3:48 to go now. The Mustangs leading by 33. Certainly not the Thanksgiving you would have thought either one of these teams would have had. Warde has played perfect. And Ludlowe is certainly going to have a lot to look forward to next season, but it's going to be a while before they can get over this. That one just out of the hands
I want to know why they're throwing the football. I don't understand.
They want to win this game, and they want to win it big.
You're going to win anyway. Just start to run the clock out.
But they want to score.
I guess.
It was just out of the hands of Manny Caccieri. He dove for it, and he was upset that he couldn't get it. So it becomes 4th and 9. As you mentioned, Raheel, they are not running it.
And everyone in the booth is not happy about that.
All the adults in the crowd are wondering why they're not running.
And a quick huddle for Fairfield Warde. Remember, there is no play clock here in high school football.
Yes, there is.
At least that we can see.
And another throw.
A little short pass caught by R.J. Henfeld, but he is stopped. So a little brightness in this dark, cloudy day for Fairfield Ludlowe. They get a good stop, a turnover on downs. a little confusion over to what down it was. It is going to be a new set of downs for Fairfield Ludlowe when their offense,
Did Ward just call a timeout?
which is mainly seniors, no.
Okay, good.
Their offense, which is mainly seniors, is going to have a chance to close this thing out with possibly a touchdown. They have time. 3:27 to go.
I mean, at this, yeah, I think this would be the great time, give the seniors one last chance to show what they can do. Congratulate them. Aiden, like you said, no one expected them to be 6-4, and it's a gutting end to a great season. But
Pavos
he's open over the middle of the field. But
He's got Fragamendi.
Oh, wow.
First down.
He's still going.
Still going. And Dylan Fragamendi will be in for a Ludlow touchdown. It's not all bad on this Thanksgiving Day. Fragamendi will score Fairfield Ludlow's third touchdown of the day. So it's 46-19. And hey, they're not done yet.
Excuse me.
They're gonna keep playing until that whistle is finally
I
sounded.
believe is he down at the 1?
No, they say he was down at the 1.
Or no? Oh no.
No, they're going to go
extra
for
point, extra
2.
point.
There was a flag. I'm going to guess it was on Ward, and the penalty was declined.
Yeah, must be. Desperate. Now, all right, 46-19 now is your score. And that stops the running clock as well. Not many extra point attempts today, Aiden, but maybe that was a good one. Going against. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's going to be on board. There's some stomping on the field. That is just completely unnecessary at this point in the game.
Yeah, we saw that a little bit at the end of the game with Pratt by the time that it was done.
That is completely unacceptable. When
when you're Ward, that's unacceptable.
When you're winning 46-20, there's no need to do that. And even for Ludlowe, I mean, I know it's frustrating, but you take your loss like a man and you move on with it. There's no need to do any of this pushing and shoving at the end of the game.
We'll see if any of the penalties ended up on Ludlowe.
I originally saw a Ward player jump on, looked to be a down Ludlowe player, so I assume that's when the flag came out, and it was a pretty immediate, so it must have been. And you can see the officials are discussing it, so I don't know if it warrants something bigger than, I don't know. Let's see what the call is, because
and you can see the raw emotion that is going down on the sidelines right now. Their players crying. Everybody's kind of hugging each other. And it stinks. It really does. This was going to be the year where they finally came in and did what they needed to do against Warden. It stinks. It really does. It stings. Izzo will kick off with 3:05 to play. Final moments of this Thanksgiving. Again, we thank you for spending it with us wherever you may be.
they're having trouble holding the football down.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a place kick.
Oh, and
All right, they got it to go finally.
all right.
And
So
they'll
here's
go
the
for
onside kick
onside
attempt.
kick. No.
Nope. Please, just have someone hold it. It's been
Yeah,
one of those
I think
days
that's
for the
how
wind.
This is going to have to go.
It's been one
It
of those
will
days,
be
Aiden.
held by Drew Smith and kicked by Nolan Izzo.
A third.
And it bounces
Oh, a good-
couple of times.
Just
Ludlow
can't jump on it.
Ludlow nearly had it. It was right in his
Out of-
hands, but it bounced
out of bounds
again. It'll be a Fairfield
It's the
Warde
second
first
time it's
down
happened.
past the 45.
And the wind is not going away anytime soon.
Everybody just trying to stay warm and finish this game out on a positive note.
Hopefully there is no chippiness at the end of the game, because there have been some unsportsmanlike penalties, but hopefully everyone just shakes hands in good spirit and enjoys the rest of their Thanksgiving.
You got to appreciate the effort put in by the parents. They've been a driving force in this too, as has the Nest. The crowd has been a huge part of this and Ludlow's success this season. We want to thank you so much for tuning in wherever you've tuned in to Friday Night Football this year. We've done a number of football broadcasts, and we couldn't have done it without you. .227 to go. So based on rankings, unless something weird happens, the opening round of the Class LL State Playoffs will feature the Darien Blue Wave and the Greenwich Cardinals. You wanted the rematch, and you've got it. On a more positive note, it's Darien Greenwich for the right to move on to the semis. One of those teams is done in the quarterfinals of the state playoffs, which if you asked anybody who knows anything about Connecticut high school football in the beginning of the season, I don't think they would have told you that that would be a
possibility.
A possibility, yeah.
And Greenwich gave a beating to Staples today. But Staples had a rough season this year. What was it, 2-8?
Yeah, Staples finished really bad this year. And it's a good little run for Jans. He's a really good line. He's really good. But in the end, this is our town chance, which happened just about everywhere. Will come out, and this is
final couple plays.
Yeah, this should do it. Down to the last minute or so. And the Mustangs dancing in the huddle. No, they have really shocked a lot of people today. And Ward will use a timeout. What a tough Thanksgiving it has been.
And I think Ward wants to get all their seniors in.
Both these groups of seniors will play their last few downs. And we'll go eat some turkey.
Unless you're a vegetarian.
Exactly. Are you?
No, I am not.
Okay, good.
I cannot imagine.
I am not either. I'm just checking.
There are definitely some people who are coming over to our house who are vegetarians, so
all right.
You know, gotta make accommodations for them. But at the end of the day, it's all good. It's all food. And it all goes in one place. And Aiden, how about this? The sun is come out right at the end of the game.
The sun is coming out right at the end of the game. And in the end, it is all football. It is not life or death. And in the end, we will play this matchup on Thanksgiving Day next year.
Oh,
permitting.
Oh, ball's out.
Ball is loose, and it is
I think
picked up by Fairfield Ludlowe.
They're not done yet. Savoring these last couple moments, their seniors are, and
so Fairfield Ludlowe will get the ball. 26 seconds to go. And in the end, we are all one town. We all play for the same team, and that is Fairfield. So, 46-20 is going to be your final, pending a little run.
Hey, what are you thinking? One more deep ball here? Finish the game?
Hey, 46-26 would look a
Yep,
lot.
one more.
Or 46-27
Oh.
or 46-28 would look a lot better than 46-20. Colin Fleming couldn't catch it, just below his hands. 20 seconds remain. You have to be mindful of what Mitch Ross is thinking too, which is, and I'm sure right
another
now
drop
he's
snap.
thinking, how could I have failed these kids? And really, he was doing more good for them. He has done a fantastic job. This is his 3rd year, and he has brought this program so much joy.
And the Ward players storm the field.
And that's going to do it.
46-20. Oh, and here comes the flag.
Fairfield Warde takes the Tetro Davis Cup right back. They have won 4 of the last 5.
And here comes the flag
5
plant.
of the last 6.
And there it is.
And they win it here on Thanksgiving Day.
There's the flag plant.
So a tough way to finish, but we do thank you for tuning into Friday Night Football all season long. It has really been a privilege to bring you Ludlowe football on every Friday night, or sometimes on Saturday afternoon. Believe it or not, this is the end of our fall season. Our next broadcast, basketball. And hopefully, Ludlowe can take the crosstown rivalry and maybe even sweep it against Fairfield Warde. But for now, your final score this morning and this afternoon, 46-20, the Mustangs win it. For Raheel Jaswal, Chris Blank, and everybody here at FSN, I'm Adam Blank. A tough ending to a great season for Fairfield Ludlowe, and we'll talk to you in just a few weeks for high school basketball. Friday Night Football has been a presentation of the Falcon Sports Network.